Welcome back to Dracon's Plays Salt and Sanctuary. Alright, so I made a few offerings, got a blacksmith and a merchant here. Don't know why I got the merchant, but I did. Anyways, I used those few new Lord's Orders I got to bump the chain cossers up to +6 and the steel armament, my helmet, up to +5, giving me a bit more defense, which is always good. I wonder how, I wonder if these guys don't like blunt. They do not like blunt! Or strike, as this game calls it. That's good to know. Yeah, and I believe this one's also what's labeled as more blunt, which means it does extra damage on top. Well, not extra, but it counts like even more if enemies are weak to it. Holy crap! That just tears them a new one. Okay. Oh, I got another Lord's Orders. Okay. God, that part is extremely tough. You have to manage to dash high enough on the wall, jump out, dash up, get onto the falling platform, then up the wall. This zone has some insane platforming sections in it. Yeah, so get ready for some, like, stupid death. So Charred Reliquary, that's one of the other upgrade paths. I cannot believe how good that is against them. That's insane. Wow. I do not remember so the speed and stagger makes this a better weapon against these guys. Ooh, with second Lord's Orders. I can bump up my helm to +6. That's awesome. Ah, crap. That was nonsense. Drowned sensor, that's Lord's. Alright, there we go. Shortcut unlocked. That's the equivalent of the Lord's Orders. Alright. If I manage to get one more, I have 3 King's Orders. Huh. I don't think it's worth it to waste those items on, like, armor or, like, shields. I'll have to look at, like, the stat differences. Crap. No, I definitely want to go all the way over. That's right. But yeah, I would have to actually look at the stat differences. I don't think it's that substantial of a jump. And for using a ultra rare material like that, I would expect a fairly sizable 4 points. That's... I can't tell if that's good or not. I have no clue if that's actually worth it or not, then. On the shield, I don't think it's worth it at all. But it might be a different story for armor. Yeah. Alright. So this path leads to an optional boss, which is actually pretty cool from a lore perspective for what it is. Unfortunately, the run back to this boss sucks, because you have to do the nonsense that you saw. Like, all those falls and then jump across to get to there. But then, you also need to do a ton of, like, this insane drop pattern to actually get down to where the boss is. Alright, here we go. So this one could be very tricky. This one is very similar to the last fight. And this is definitely an optional boss. The Forgotten King. What is it? The Forgotten King. Alright. Yeah, the trick of this fight really comes down to you have to Yeah, you have to take out the flying guy first. Wow! That was surprisingly easy. Vanquished. Alright, so anyways, let's see if I can find them in here. Yeah, the Forgotten Knight, King, and Judge. So, I believe the current... Alright, agreed. It was once a god of sorts, but has since been reduced to a shambling shadow of his former self. So, those guys look exactly like the three. That's one of the creeds, so the gods of one of the creeds. If you go back to the Village of Smiles, you're able to see what they look like. Yeah, what they look like on that poster thing. Alright. Yeah, so that brings us back. Here? To a place I have not actually been to yet. That's fine. Yeah, so that's... If you remember, that's where we entered to get to the 3. So I'm gonna warp back, use this salt so I don't lose it. Need a little bit more. 22,800. I believe that guy outside drops 15k. Alright, it's actually cool, like, these... they've actually established, if they're starting to establish themselves why one is better than the other in certain situations, which is exactly why I chose these two. Alright, even more dabblage. Huh. I really wonder if it's worth it using King's Orders on, my armor. I don't think it's worth it on my shield unless it's a more than normal substantial boost. And that's generally the thing. You have the same thing in, like regular Souls games. Generally speaking, I do not find it worth it to waste. Oh, cool. I got 3 Lord's Orders, which gives me enough to, max upgrade. Or not max upgrade, but bump up the gloves I have. 3 more! Alright. Okay, there we go. Okay, that could have gone better. Alright. Yeah, so we've actually finished off... Ow! This level. Now, I believe this next boss is a lightning boss, so we actually want to boost our lightning defense. Alright. Let's do this, then. Holy crap, we've torn right through this zone. Kraken Dragon Schwarzer. So that was 31. Ow. Ow. Okay, he got me with that one. Yeah, so after a certain point, he starts throwing these, like, lightning spear things into the ground. Now, rolling through this guy's a huge problem. His hitbox is so, like, weird and specific that it's honestly one of those things where you're just kind of, like, almost forced into not trying to roll through him. Because unless you have a, like, fast roll, I don't think it works. No, good thing I stacked on some extra lightning defense. Oh, wow! That does way more damage than I was expecting. That one's also kind of hard to dodge because the read on that one's just tough. Whoa. Alright, so one thing I've discovered, it's faster. Because there's no sprint, it's faster for some movement purposes. Okay, so that attack... actually just comes out at random. Ow. Alright, there we go. Okay, I have no health. I have 2.6 health. Holy crap. Whew. Ooh boy, that's the place. Whew. Dang it all. Such a cool name for area, Crypt of Dead Gods. Huh. Doesn't touch any other defense type. Like any of the ones that I'm really low on, that's curious. 6.4. So that's a 0.6 jump. 0.7. Yeah, so it seems to be a, like, fairly consistent. Yeah, like, that's not worth it at all. But might be worth to throw that little bit of an upgrade. Actually, not that little. I think it might be worth it to upgrade everything but the gloves. Might as well. I'm not going to use any of these King's Orders. Where's the... I want to do the leggings first. Nice. Alright, there we go. All my defenses are very good now. Alright, so I need 5 more. Alright, I'll show you guys where I was farming for, a king's orders. Not a king's orders, but a lord's orders, rather. So, Mel's floating castle is, one of the crypt keepers. That's the guy wielding an axe and a hammer. You'll recognize him right away. We just fought a few. Ooh, we dropped the Lord's Orders. So yeah, that's where I farmed the Lord's Order. I'm not even wearing my good, like, farming equipment. That just worked out for me. Alright. Go back here. And then upgrade the helm. Yeah, the armor upgrades actually seems decent. Wow, look at those numbers. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm all set. Alright. Let's press ahead just a little bit then. Don't want to go that way. Level 91, that's insane. I think I ended my first playthrough with something like 78. So, holy cow. Alright. Charred Tomb. Really? That's the max upgrade item on another upgrade path. God. There we go. Okay, here we are. Last zone in the game. It is time you knew my name. There was a time when I held many titles. Many men knew me by other names as well. But titles, fame, infamy, it is worthless here. On this island, Jarrett is my name. Envy is such a thing. A man envies his neighbor, whose wife is very beautiful. A lord envies a king, who commands nobles. A king envies a god, to whom all men must bow. And a god envies what a god cannot have. I wanted so much from life. Satisfaction eluded me. But things I prayed for, well, would you believe a god actually answered my prayers? These things, this life, this island, such as my reward. Fantastic power, the lifetime of servitude, in a purgatorial existence in this still palace. The god of this island is the god that answered my prayers. His existence is one of insatiable lust for something a god can never have, to be born of light. He preyed on the greedy, collecting on the debts of kingdoms and countries in some mad hope of collecting that thing he shall never have. Alas, we are born a salt bound by sanctuary. We are the eternally dead. This god, this demon, I want him to remain nameless. His lust for power is fueled by terror and infamy. Men at sea can fear the Kraken, but given this vile god no name. Go on. The Still Palace. So this is the final zone in the game. Super cool, actually. Alright. A king's orders. How about that? Yeah, compared to the other upgrade materials, you get a lot more of those. Well, crap. I've said it before, but edge grabbing sucks in this game. Boy. Edge grabbing is the worst in this. Alright. There's also... I wish it was... like a button press for edge grabbing, so you could do it when you wanted to. But when you didn't want to... it would just work. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there we get a sanctuary. Oh, crap. Come on. Alright, there we go. It's so weird. This room's upside down for some reason. Alright. Yeah, so this is just linking us back up. I actually didn't see that chest, and I'm pretty sure I missed one of those on my first playthrough. Alright. Yeah, so this... I'm just gonna show it off so it's abundantly clear. This is the path to the right of the same lake sanctuary. Yeah, see? Yeah, see? So that's the same lake sanctuary. Alright, so I'm returning to the shrine in the Still Palace. Alright, anyways, I am gonna wrap this one up here. Next time, we're gonna go ahead, take on the final boss, and then see the end of the game. So anyways, I'll see all of you guys later. Bye!